On this episode of NBA 2K TV, we're talking My Team, and there's still time to qualify for the My Team Unlimited tournament. We have tips, strategies, and important updates to help you take on that $250,000 prize. We have our Winter Madness MVPs, and you vote for the top play of winter. Welcome to NBA 2K TV. We hope you are
It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Charlotte Hornets going up against the Los Angeles Lakers here in Staples Center. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Well, it took 5 long months, but Anthony Davis's trade request was finally granted. And now he has a new start in Los Angeles alongside LeBron James. And the Lakers now boast 2 top 10 players. Kevin, this is a team with legitimate championship aspirations.
And DA, that's the standard for the Lakers organization. Thanks for that report. While we get a break, let's take a look at the October standings out west. Look at the Lakers. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position.
And I think for the Lakers, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Monk and Batum, the wings. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Rozier in at the 1. And for Los Angeles, Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. And it's Rondo in at the point.
And the feeling has been that the Lakers...
Teams deciding to change it up. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Now, here's Rozier. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Minnesota.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
So Rozier will bring it up for Charlotte. They trail by 1. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one.
Still playing at an MVP level, LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Davis. And it's Howard in for Kyle Kuzma. No good on the second free throw. And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
His dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
Here is Howard. Miles Bridges picking up that last basket. He doesn't usually fire from out there. He's got 5.
Tell you what, when Dwight Howard is looking to make the pass, it makes everybody better. I love seeing him be unselfish like that.
Here's Bacon. 1:10 left to play in the first quarter. From 13, a rebound by the Lakers. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
56 seconds left here in the first quarter. Dishes at DeMonk. Great D that time from Howard. Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's Caldwell Pope. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And last year, the Hornets seemed on the cusp of making a run into the playoffs. Never could quite get there.
And, you know, they had a chance to make some big moves at the deadline, but refrained from doing so. The team hasn't made a big roster splash in a long time, and you know the fans are starting to beg for a shakeup.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
You know, one area of strength for the Hornets, guys, is their bench. I mean, got a ton of minutes from the second unit. And that unit rewarded them with solid contributions last season.
Bradley's checked in for James. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Cody Zeller. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity, he's cashing in on those.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Bacon. No points in the game yet for him. Clock at 6. Pass to Bridges. To end the run. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
The jumper Bridges has is wet, demonstrating how lethal he is from his spots on the court.
Tries from 16. Doesn't go for him. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Lakers lead by 4. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goal.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch. No matter.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Lakers here so far, guys.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Bridges and Williams holding down those forward positions. Monk is out there with Bacon. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 5, roaming the paint. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. And Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. And the Hornets making a change here. Rozier's checked in. Mark, you'd think that team chemistry would just improve as the season goes along, but maybe not if you have personality issues in that locker room.
You know, Kevin, it's one of the most fragile elements in team sports: chemistry, culture, accepting roles, sacrificing your own individual game for the good of the team. And I think it's always a work in progress.
And as a leader, as I know you were when you played, I'm sure you were dealing with those things all season long.
Yeah, you try to lead by example, but also there's opportunity and times when you have to step up and voice what you see that could be detrimental to your team's success.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And some changes here for the Hornets. Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Some changes here for the Hornets. Biombo, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Cody Zeller comes in for Bridges. And Monks subbed in for Terry Rozier. Now, here's Kuzma. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Utah.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game. Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And the Lakers last season going against the grain to surround LeBron James with playmakers, not shooters, and many criticized that move.
And you know, guys, you look at it, LeBron is at his very best with the ball in his hands, which means he needs room to attack the lane. It's clear that a course correction was needed.
To the middle. Biombo kicks to Monk. There's the triple. Bangs home the trifecta. Monk's got the lead up to 4 now for Charlotte.
And Monk has excellent timing on the catch and shoot. Takes no time in getting it off once he catches the ball.
Lakers working the ball around now. Here's Howard trying to get open as Kuzma. Tries again, and there's the nice layup by Howard. Howard's got his first points in this one.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening. And was last season really the first full season we got to see of Malik Monk? Was given a sizable part of the rotation and showed why he was a lottery pick for this team.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Murray subbed in for Danny Green. Williams, he's checked in for Charlotte. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Now here's Murray. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. Howard kicks to Murray. 6 on the shot clock to the left side wing. From beyond the arc, Batum grabs the miss. Here's Bacon. Pass to Batum. Traps in the tray. Batum's got 9 points in the quarter.
The outside stroke of Batum, too nice. He knocks him down in bunches.
And so it's Charlotte, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. 8.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Gotta pick up the intensity on D.
For sure.
Yeah, step slow tonight.
Gotcha, coach.
Got time, keep grinding.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You gotta like what Nick... So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Biombo. Williams comes in for Kidd-Gilchrist. Miles Bridges, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And Dwayne Bacon subbed in for Terry Rozier.
You know, with LeBron coming to LA, the Lakers trying to speed up their timeline. I mean, the roster never quite got gelled. The end result, LeBron's first time outside the playoffs since 2005, which was his second season as a pro. That's a remarkable run.
LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then there's JaVale McGee. Then there's Bradley. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Los Angeles with another miss.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Monk, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Count that one. And the Hornets lead by 10. And when you look back on LeBron's first year in Los Angeles, Clark, how would you rate it?
Well, I think a mild disappointment, but remember now, before he got hurt, they were 4 or 5 games above 500, but the injuries, some other drama, really changes in the front office, instability led to a disappointing and frustrating season.
Some changes for the Lakers. Cousins comes in for Anthony Davis, and Murray subbed in for Bradley. The Hornets also with a sub. Zellers checked in. Bacon the pass to Monk. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Williams kicks to Monk. Over James. And there's Monk on the assist by Williams. Monk's got the lead up to 12 now for Charlotte.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
From the arc. That shot off, and Charlotte will go the other way with it. They're off to battle the Clippers after this game as they'll be playing at the Staples Center. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. Misses the 3. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Trying his luck from deep. Rebound by Williams.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Bacon lays it up and banks it in. Bacon's got his first 2 points of the night.
Sharing the basketball is a part of the game that Monk needs to continue to add to complement his shooting.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Cousins, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, the suitors didn't jump out full throttle to sign Cousins in this past free agency. Still wary of his health. Ended up having to take another 1-year contract, this time with the Lakers. Cousins, though, still hoping to show he's a franchise caliber player.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Dwayne Bacon.